Welcome to Vegas Startup Scene. I'm Jason LeDuc, and this is your rundown of what's happening in the Southern Nevada tech ecosystem for the week of January 19th, 2026. Let's start with a big sustainability and water innovation story coming out of Las Vegas. WAVR Technologies has announced a collaboration with Arizona State University's Global Center for Water Technology to deploy and evaluate its next generation atmospheric water harvesting system at ASU's desert testbeds in Phoenix. The goal is real-world validation, pulling high-purity water straight from the air in some of the driest conditions in the Southwest. For a Nevada-based company tackling water resilience at industrial scale, this is a major step towards proving that atmospheric water harvesting can move from concept to field-ready infrastructure in drought-prone regions. Next up, let's shine a bright spotlight on something happening right here in our backyard because this is a big one. We just did the first Tech Alley downtown for 2026, and Tech Alley Henderson is just days away with its January 21st event at the Pass Casino in Henderson. This isn't just another networking night, it's a signal of how strong the Henderson tech and innovation community has become, with record attendance, expanding partnerships, and new initiatives launching this year. Entrepreneurs, startup founders, investors, and community leaders will all be in the room, and with speakers like Hosni Rushdie, Shaq Cruz, Jonathan Starrett, and Todd DeRimmer, expect real conversations about building companies, careers, and momentum in Southern Nevada. If you care about innovation, workforce development, and economic growth, this is absolutely a room you want to be in. And a quick heads up on a statewide opportunity, the Nevada Governor's Office of Economic Development is hosting a Select USA spinoff called Select NV, The Future of Doing Business in Nevada, happening April 29th and 30th. The two-day event spotlights Nevada's lithium to battery ecosystem with briefings, targeted networking, and Reno area site visits connecting global investors with leaders driving growth across energy, aerospace, and defense. Here's a look at what else is coming up in the ecosystem for the next few weeks. SynShop livestream events Mondays and Fridays from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. each week. Vegas Crypto Group hosts Multi-Chain Mondays every other Monday at Sierra Gold on Southeastern Avenue, Crypto Clubhouse on Tuesdays from 6 to 10 p.m. at Goat Bar on West Sahara, and Web3 Wednesday on the first Wednesday of every month from 7 to 9 p.m. at Loaded Empanadas in Boca Park. Founder NV presents Scaling Smarter using AI to build sustainable social media strategy with Jacob Curtis on Thursday, January 22nd from 6 to 7:15 p.m. at the International Innovation Center at 300 South 4th Street in downtown Las Vegas. Fusion 42 hosts Pitch Kung Fu online Thursdays and Founder Huddle Saturday online as well. As I mentioned earlier, Tech Alley Downtown kicked off the year this past weekend with a new location at 3rd Street Vegas and pumped up energy. I got to sit down with the owner of 3rd Street, Daz Waller, who filled us in on their mission and how the new facility came about.
The problem we're trying to solve here at 3rd Street is not just about sort of cultural infrastructure, but it's about physical infrastructure as well. Like, how do you go from being a small organization here? Where do you go next? Because we're not going to fill Reynolds Hall at the Smith Center.
Right.
With a show. So building some spaces, 150-seat theater, a 250-seat theater, which is going to happen in phase one of what we're doing at 3rd Street, so that we can grow and build an audience for what we do and provide a consistent experience for our audience as well.
Now, you have just opened here, I mean, in the last 5 or 6 weeks?
Even. We got the keys 2 weeks ago.
Okay. So brand new.
Brand new. And, like we're in this phased limited access period of our lease, not to get too in the weeds about it, but, District North Management has been running the space. They're phasing out and we're phasing in. We're not taking on all of the spaces within the building, but we're taking on a large portion of them and all of the cinemas, all of the first floor public areas, and then the 3rd floor. There's a large event space on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
So they're the initial spaces we're taking on. So it's all very new. And so we're calling 2026 our year of piloting. We're really just piloting ideas, events, piloting relationships and partnerships to see where we go as we grow into this model that we're building.
That's fantastic. Now, you just got the keys 2 weeks ago. How long has this project been in the works?
18 months ago, we turned up. We sat in there in the restaurant and pitched one of the owners on the idea of turning it into we were calling it a performing arts center back then. That, the building was built in 2016 and it's always been run as a cinema and it's never really taken off. The amount of people, 70 or 80% of the people that walk into the building are like, I didn't even know this place was here.
Yeah.
And so it's never really taken off. And for whatever reason, They had the right funding in place to get it built, and I don't know that the market analysis was done to see if this area really.
We don't always do that in Vegas. We go, there's a plot of land that's for sale. I have an idea. Let's go. Yeah. Did you do any market research? Don't worry about it. It's Vegas.
It's true. It's like everyone's like on Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come.
It's very true in Vegas.
Which is great. I mean, I love that sort of intrepid spirit, but it didn't work. And so we pitched the owners on turning it into a place that it needs people in it. Buildings need people.
Absolutely.
And so it solves a problem for us and a number of other small organizations in town where we can scale and grow and provide a consistent experience for people, and it solves a problem for them in that we get to activate their building in a way it hasn't been activated before. Physically, there are some issues to solve. There's going to be, this phase one is a $7 million capital campaign, so we're raising that money to put into, a portion of it into operations, and then most of it into turning the building over in a way that supports this new idea, turning Cinema 2 into a 250-seat performance space, Cinema 8 into a 150-seat performance space, adding a sprung dance floor to level 3, so it becomes a really usable Broadway-sized rehearsal space for dance. And also, we're calling all of our spaces broadcast ready, because part of the model is that you can come in with a physical product and you get to leave with a digital product. And then alongside that, we're building a streaming platform so that we can distribute those works. So
that's fantastic.
The one-word mission for the place is incubation. If we're not incubating an idea, a person, an organization, then we might be doing it wrong.
If you want to learn more about DAS, 3rd Street Vegas, or Tech Alley, check out the whole conversation from the recording of our Tech Alley live stream. That's all for this week. Links for everything we talked about are in the episode descriptions. If you've got news or events you'd like us to cover next week, drop a comment, slide into my DMs, I do not mind, or email me at info@leducleadership.com. We'll see you out there in the community. Send us your pics and videos from your events you're part of so we can share them. Go out there, do great things today. Onward and upward.